clash between a team of experience and a team of rising stars. Last year, the experienced team lashed out and won convincingly. This time, the rising stars had their revenge.
Ever been to Nice before?
Yeah, I actually dropped by a few years ago when they had it, but it's good to be playing this time. Pretty much this morning, I think I mentioned this on Twitter as well when I posted something this morning, but pretty much I felt like I had to win. I assumed that Anish was not going to lose his game, and so I pretty much figured I had to win the game. And I felt that Boris, he's a very solid player, but the King's Indian is one of the openings where you can have some slightly imbalanced positions, and I thought it was my best chance objectively to try for the win. I don't know, I don't really know what was happening in my game, because I felt that I was a little bit worse out of the opening. I didn't quite have as much space, but then somewhere in the middle of the game it went from being, I thought I might have been a little bit worse, to actually being better. So I figured that I just had to play my game, see what would happen. I assumed Giri was probably going to draw and then I would have to win, but I just focused on my game, because really if I was able to win my game, then it didn't really matter, unless Giri won, of course. But I did look at Anish's game right before he lost. I saw when Peter had won the piece, and that's when I offered Boris a draw. I know a lot of people think it was the other way around, but I figured at that point it wasn't completely clear what was happening. I thought I might be a little bit better, I might be a little bit worse, but it didn't seem obvious. So I just offered a draw because I knew that Anish was going to lose his game, and fortunately, as it turns out, Boris took the draw because he was a little bit better there.
Till yesterday, the local fans were confident that Anish would pull off a sensation and qualify for Amber in his NH debut. But a missed win in the penultimate round and a sad loss in the last round resulted in a blitz tiebreak against Hikaru Nakamura.
To me, you were the favorites for this blitz playoff. Did you feel the same?
Well, yeah, I mean...
You were confident?
I mean, yeah, pretty much if I play anyone at blitz, I think I'm going to beat them. And that includes Magnus. So, you know, I mean, at blitz, I'll take my chances against anyone. I certainly was quite confident, and I felt that I made a few mistakes in the first game, but especially in the second game, I just didn't give him a chance, and that's pretty much how I thought it would go against anyone if I was in a blitz tiebreak.
But to give him a chance to get the tiebreak is already something you shouldn't do this, because basically I was clearly leading and gave him the chance.
Today, Hikaru was rewarded for his unrelenting fighting spirit and proved his reputation as one of the fastest players in the world, if not the fastest, by deciding the match in his favor with 2 wins.
Certainly as of probably 9 a.m., 10 a.m. this morning, I didn't think I would be quite in this situation. Obviously I was a half point behind Anish Giri, who really for the most part played a great event up until today. So I certainly didn't think I would be here, but then I just went into my game against Boris, who was another star of this event, and I just played the game and waited and saw what happened. And I was very fortunate that Peter Heine Nielsen, today he decided to play a great game compared to, I think, every other game that he played this tournament. So without him, I certainly would not be here right now. But this was my second year here, and I feel that it's just a great event. It's disappointing it's the last time they're holding this, but I'm very happy that Mr. and Mrs. Van Oostrom, they put together such a great event here, and also the Amber tournament as well. So I would just like to thank them, thank all the sponsors, and everyone for being here, and all the people who followed the games. Thank you.
How do you look forward to this Amber tournament?
Oh, I'm really looking forward to it. I think one of the things that makes it so unique is that there's the Blindfold, which I've done quite a few Blindfold exhibitions, but I've never actually played competitive Blindfold chess. So I'm certainly looking forward to seeing how I do in that. And overall, it's just one of the most prestigious tournaments out there. So just qualifying for that event, and even if I don't do well, it's still a special experience.